Okay, and this is the exercise we did in the class. This is the second exercise. I asked you to use the FIFO method. A lot of people told me that you cannot really follow the FIFO method, and that's why I'm making this video. Okay, hopefully by listening to my lecturing, okay, you can get asleep immediately. Okay, all right. Here we go. All right. So all the numbers are the same. Okay, I just put it in Excel. It will be easier for me to explain the whole things in Excel. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is, all right, this right here. Okay, the question giving us four numbers, 3,000. Okay, this is the beginning balance, and then we're gonna have the started one, which is gonna be 12,000. Well, you should pay attention to here because like for the unit started, we have 12,000 units. Okay, but sometimes, okay, the question may say just unit placed in production. You should be able to know that we are talking about the same thing. Then we have unit complete, 9,000, and then the endings is going to be 6,000. Okay, you always know this. Okay, for the beginnings plus the unit placed in production. Okay, beginning I use 2 cells to represent beginning, 3 cells to represent beginnings. So you have 3 cells here. Okay, and I use 12 cells to represent the started one. Okay, so you have 12,000 here. So for the left hand side, totally we have 15,000. Okay, always remember left hand side should be equal to the right hand side. Okay, so if you talk about what really happens here for FIFO method, we finish up the 3,000 first. And then, okay, we start the new one. Okay, and we don't guarantee that we can finish up everything we started. Okay, so that's why at the end we have 6,000 left. Okay, and that's why left hand side, right hand side, if you use 9,000 plus 6,000, you will get the same thing, 15,000 here. Okay, if the question doesn't give you, like for example, doesn't give you this number, you should be able to find out by yourself. Okay, because 3,000 plus 12,000 minus 9,000, you still get 6,000 here. Okay. All right, maybe some questions, some homework question, it's not given. You should be, by just using this, you should be able to find out. Okay. Okay. This is like, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the first difference between FIFO method and the weighted average method. Okay. For weighted average method, we just need to deal with 2 account, transfer out, and ending. And here, we need to deal with 3 account. Okay. We have a beginning, okay, and then we have started and completed one, and then we have ending. Okay, I will go back, okay, to check the started and completed one. Always remember, started and completed is not the completed one. Okay, this is not the same thing. Okay, so start and completed is not equal to complete one. A lot of people just put down 9,000 here, which is wrong. Okay, which is wrong. It should not be 9,000. Okay, let's take a look at here. Okay, we know that during this month we complete 9,000, but what happened here is we need to finish up the leftover from last month. Okay, if you talk about the started and completed one, it should be exactly this part. Okay, all right, and then that's why it's equal to 9,000 minus 3,000. Okay, so it will be the whole thing 9,000. I want to take the 3,000 leftover off. Okay, whatever left is the started and completed one, 6,000. Okay, do not use 9,000. This one is not equal to the unit completed. It's not the same thing. Okay, all right, for the beginning it's always going to be 3,000, it's given, and then the ending is 6,000. Okay, always going to be that. And let's calculate equivalent units here. I use EU to represent equivalent units. Okay. Now, because the question tells us the materials is going to be applied immediately. Okay. When you start the production. Okay. So for the 3,000, the materials has been applied 100% last month. Okay, so it means that we do not need to add any new materials for the first group for the beginning. Okay, 6,000, of course, we need to include all 6,000. Okay, and then the endings, because, and again, even though this is partially completed one, okay, it's not like 100% completed, but because we need to apply all the materials right away when we start the production. So again, this is going to be 6,000. That's why you have 6,000 here, 6,000 here. Okay. Now, the tricky thing is going to be the conversion cost. Okay. For the conversion cost, what we know is for the beginning one is 1/3. 1/3 of them has been completed. Okay, which has been completed last month. It means one thing. It means we need to add 2/3 more conversion cost into that 3,000 units to complete the whole thing. Okay, because it's 1/3 has been completed, we need to add 2/3 more to complete the whole thing. Okay, so the equivalent units is going to be 3,000 times 1 minus 2/3. Okay, and that's like y, you get 1 minus 1/3. Okay, sorry about that. It should be 1 minus 1/3. Okay, you should be able to get 2,000. And then for the middle one, for the middle groups, we always have the 6,000 because we start from scratch and all the way complete the whole things 100%. So we're gonna like add 100% conversion costs into that start and completed group. Okay, and the last one, what we know is, okay, we just finished up 2/5. Okay, so that's why the last one is gonna be 2 divided by 5. Okay, all right, 2,500. Okay, the rule of thumb is, right now, if you don't understand what we are doing right now, just remember, for the first group, you're gonna always do this. Okay, 1 minus 2 divided by 3. Okay, 1 minus 1 divided by 3. Okay, you're always gonna be like this. Okay, so whatever percentage is given here, use 1 minus it. Okay, so here, that's why we get 2/3 here. Okay, and for the last group, you just use whatever is given. Okay, just use whatever is given. Okay, all right. For the equivalent units, then we just need to sum up everything here. Okay, so for materials, we get 12,000. For conversion costs, we get 10,400. Okay, all right, that's our equivalent units. Okay, now let's move on. Let's get the cost per equivalent units per EU. Okay, and again, I'm going to do the materials and conversion costs. Okay, now here is the second difference. Okay, you found between FIFO and weighted average method. For the weighted average method right now, we don't care about the beginnings, the cost of a beginning balance. What we care about is the cost added. Okay, so for materials, cost added is going to be 9,000. For conversion cost added is going to be 8,320. Okay, if you talk about the cost per equivalent units, what we're going to do is just use the 9,000 divided by whatever equivalent units we have, 12,000. Okay, we get, actually it's the rounding. Let me, keep 2 decimal point, so we get 0.75. You should be able to get the same thing. And the same here by conversion cost. We get 8,320 divided by the equivalent units we have, 10,400. Okay, we should be able to get the same thing. Okay, all right, 0.8. Okay, it means that for each units of this, it's going to cost us 0.8 as conversion cost. Okay, and then and it's going to cost us 0.75 as materials. Okay, and then now if I ask you to give me the transfer out and the endings, okay, here this is how we're going to do it. Okay, let's take care of the endings first. Okay, for the endings, what we need to worry about is we know that ending is going to be 6,000 and 24,000 for the endings. So what we do here is first got to use the 6,000. Okay, I got it from here, 6,000 endings times the equivalent units we get, 0.75, plus the equivalent units we get here again, 2,400 times 0.8. Okay, we get 6,420. Okay, that's our ending. Okay, now it's gonna be you're gonna do a little bit more steps, one more step for the transfer out, because right here we divide up into 3 groups: the beginning group, and the start and complete groups, and the ending groups. So we need to combine the beginnings and start and complete together. We will get the whole transfer out, the 9,000 units. Okay, let's do it step by step. Let's do the beginning first, and then let's do the start and complete. Okay, I'm going to get the cost for the beginnings. I'm going to get the cost for the start and completed one. Okay, so for the beginnings, and again, what we are going to have is, we know for the beginning groups, we already it already cost us 2,500 to make it. Okay, that's the cost we already have, plus the additional 2/3, okay, of conversion cost we add for this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to use the equivalent units, 2,000, okay, which is going to be 3,000 times 2/3, 1 minus 1/3, okay, times 0.7, no, conversion cost should be 0.8, okay, that's 4,100. For the start and completed one, okay, this part is going to be very simple because the equivalent unit is going to be 6,000, 6,000 always, okay, 6,000 times 0.75 plus 6,000 times 0.8. Okay, we got this 9,300. Okay, so if you talk about the total, okay, because we're talking about transfer out, it's going to be the cost of the beginning and the cost of the start and completed group. Okay, so it should be the total of this two. All right, 4,100 plus 9,300. Okay, get this. All right, that's our start and the transfer out one. Okay, and this is our ending. Okay, and this two number is the one we are looking for. Okay. Okay, this two number. Okay, this one is the transfer out. This one is the ending. Okay, that's it. That's the whole things you should know about FIFO method. Hope this video will help you.